Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone. I'm Nadeau, Councilmember for Ward 1 and Chairperson of the Council's Committee on Public Works and Operations. Today is Thursday, December 21, 2023, and this meeting is being held with the online platform Zoom. The time is 10:04 a.m., and I'm calling to order this additional meeting of the committee. For the record, I'd like to note that we have a quorum consisting of Councilmember Louis George, Councilmember Pinto, and myself. Today, the committee will consider and vote on three measures. B 25-5, the Uniform Commercial Code Amendment Act of 2023, B 25-282, the Housing Subsidy Contract Stabilization Amendment Act of 2023, and B 23-412, the Litter Control Amendment Act of 2023. First, we will consider B 25-5, the Uniform Commercial Code Amendment Act of 2023. Bill 25-5 was introduced on January 3rd, 2023 by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the Uniform Law Commission. The stated purpose of the bill is to make a number of amendments to the district's codification of the Uniform Commercial Code. Namely, the amendments add a new Article 12, named Controllable Electronic Records, which provides rules for transactions involving digital assets, including cryptocurrency, non-fungible tokens, and electric promises to pay. The Uniform Commercial Code is a set of rules that facilitates commerce throughout the United States. It's been adopted in nearly identical form by every U.S. jurisdiction to ensure that the laws governing the transaction is substantially the same, no matter where you are in the country. The UCC is updated periodically to keep pace with legal and technological developments. The amendments proposed in Bill 25-5 will ensure that the UCC continues to facilitate commercial activity by taking new and emerging technologies into account. A hearing was held on October 12th, at which the DC Uniform Law Commission testified in support of the bill and its adoption with minimal changes. The committee print makes only technical changes to the bill. The committee recommends the council approve the Uniform Commercial Code Amendment Act of 2023. Is there any discussion to the report or print for B 25-5? Hearing none, I move to approve the committee print and accompanying report for B 25-5 with leave for staff to make technical and conforming changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Aye. All right. And the vote is unanimous. Next, we will consider B 25-282, the Housing Subsidy Contract Stabilization Amendment Act of 2023. B 25-282 was introduced on May 1st, 2023 by Councilmember Nadeau, Gray, and Louis George. Because it deals directly with contracting and solicitation procedures, it was referred to the Committee on Public Works and Operations with comments from the Committee on Housing on May 16th, 2023. The committee held a hearing on this legislation on October 25th, 2023. There are two very similar acronyms I'll be using when discussing this bill. LRSP is the Local Rent Subsidy Program. Effectively, this is the district's local version of the Federal Housing Choice Voucher Program. The way the Housing Authority manages LRSP funding is with a long-term subsidy contract, or LTSC. LRSP is one of the most important subsidies we have for creating and supporting deeply affordable housing, including permanent supportive housing. LRSP was established and fully operational by 2007. As a result, many of the first 15-year contracts are coming up for renewal. Many affordable housing owners and operators reaching the end of their initial contract term can opt for the built-in 5-year extension without consequence. However, the same is not true for affordable housing projects looking to refinance and make improvements to a property or otherwise preserve deeply affordable housing. In almost every case, LRSP is not the sole financing source of a property. A project undergoing refinancing needs to line up other sources, and it's extremely challenging, if not impossible, to secure the rest of this financing if a significant source of subsidy can only be guaranteed for an additional 5 years, well out of sync with the terms of those other sources. Because all LTSCs are by definition multi-year contracts, if the Housing Authority would like to renew subsidy for longer than a 5-year extension, current law would require that the contracts be competitively rebid. This puts projects in need of LRSP for refinancing, as well as DCHA, in a challenging and unintuitive position where the possibility of a competitively bid contract being approved to a different awarded to a different provider, and thus different units of housing entirely. Put simply, the solicitation and contract procedures that apply to our services or goods procured do not neatly apply to housing accommodations. Our current law could jeopardize the long-term housing security of extremely low-income tenants already living in LRSP units. The committee print makes a few changes compared to the bill as introduced, the most substantive of which is extending the maximum allowable term for an LTSC from 15 to 20 years, or whatever HUD currently allows for federal vouchers. LRSP was meant to closely mirror the Section 8 program rules, but since 2007, their contract terms have gotten out of sync. This will ensure that doesn't happen again. The remainder of committee print changes are to ensure that the bill achieves its intent. While the bill is introduced amended only the Procurement Practices Reform Act, the print amends both the PPRA and the specific code section governing LRSP to ensure continuity across the code. In conclusion, the committee recommends that the council approve the Housing Subsidy Contract Stabilization Amendment Act of 2023. Is there any discussion on the report or print for B 25-282? Hearing none, I move to approve the committee print and accompanying report for B 25-282 with leave for staff to make technical and conforming changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Excellent. The vote is unanimous. Finally, we'll consider B 25-412, the Litter Control Amendment Act of 2023. Bill 24-412 was introduced on June 30th, 2023 by Chairman Mendelson at the request of the mayor. The committee held a hearing on October 19th. The bill would amend DC official code to provide the Department of Public Works the ability to serve a party cited for infraction of the Litter Control Administration Act of 1985 with a notice of violation via first-class mail. It would also provide that when such service is by first-class mail, 5 additional days must be added to the time period within which the party cited may or is required to take any action specified in the NOV. Finally, the bill codifies DPW's existing authority to inspect and investigate a residential premises for an alleged nuisance. The committee print makes several minor technical edits to the bill, as well as clarifies that any DPW inspection or investigation of a residential premises may only occur from common areas at that premises. I should note, for the record, that investigations of residential premises only ever occur at commercial multifamily residential properties. Is there any discussion of the report or the print for B 25-412? Hearing none, I move to approve the committee print and accompanying report for B 25-412 with leave for staff to make technical and conforming changes. All those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. Is there any other business before the committee at this time?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. There being no further business, the time is 10:11 a.m. and this additional meeting of the Committee on Public Works and Operations is adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks.